Good morning and magandang buhay. This is Sir CJ Luna and today I will teach you the properties of operations on the set of integers. Based on the learning competency, this video lesson will help you illustrate the different properties of operations on the set of integers. Specifically, you are expected to state and illustrate the different properties of operations on integers and rewrite expressions based on the given properties. What do we mean by property? A property is a mathematics rule that is always true. There are properties of integers which determine its operations. These properties help us solve many equations. To recall, integers are any positive or negative numbers, including 0, which can be represented by letter Z. So Z is the set containing negative integers, positive integers, and 0. The integer properties will help you simplify and solve a series of integers easily. Let us now discuss the different properties on the set of integers. Unahin natin ang commutative property. Ano nga ba ang itsura ng commutative property? Dito, meron tayong dalawang integers na represented ng A and B. Anong napansin nyo? Nagkapalit lang ng pwesto, di ba? So the word commutative comes from the word commute or move around. So the commutative property is the one that refers to moving stuff around. For addition, the rule is A plus B is equal to B plus A. In numbers, this means 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. For multiplication, the rule is A times B is equal to B times A. In numbers, this means 2 times 3 is equal to 3 times 2. Why are addition and multiplication commutative? Why are subtraction and division not commutative? Tignan natin kung anong dahilan. Unahin natin ang addition. Meron tayong A plus B is equal to B plus A. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang mga terms natin ay magkabaligtad lang ng pwesto. This time, we will show if addition is commutative. Paano natin gagawin yun? Mag-a-assign tayo ng values para sa ating variable A and B. For example, ang A natin ay equal sa 4. At ang B naman, gagawin nating 6. Kapag ba ang ating mga addends ay magkabaligtad ng pwesto, apektado ba yung magiging sum nila? Tignan natin. What is 4 plus 6? Okay, correct. Equal siya sa 10. How about our right side? 6 plus 4. That's also 10. So, what can you say about our two sums? Okay, correct. They are equal. Ibig sabihin, ang addition ay commutative. Gets po ba? Very good. This time, we will check if subtraction is also commutative just like addition. Meron tayong A minus B is equal to B minus A. Kamukha lang ng kanina, mag-a-assign tayo ng values ng A at saka ng B. For example, ang A natin ay equal sa 4. At ang B naman ay gagawin natin 6. Sa tingin nyo, yung kanilang magiging difference ba ay pareho? Tingnan natin. Let's have 4 minus 6. That is equal to what? Okay, very good. Negative 2. How about 6 minus 4? Okay, you're right. It's positive 2. So ano masasabi nyo ngayon sa dalawang differences? Okay, they are not equal. Ibig sabihin, subtraction is not commutative. Clear po ba? Great. From there, we can say that addition is commutative, but subtraction is not. Ngayon naman, gawin natin ang multiplication. Meron tayong A times B is equal to B times A. Notice that the terms are being multiplied in reverse order. So we will assign now values for our variables A and B. Let's say our A is equal to 3 and B is replaced by 4. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. 4 times 3 is also equal to 12. And these two products are equal. Therefore, multiplication is commutative. How about division? Is it also commutative? Let's check. A divided by B is equal to B divided by A. Let's say A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 8. Now, we will simplify our fractions. 4 over 8 is equal to 1/2. And 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Therefore, our two quotients are not equal. And we can say that division is not commutative. From there, we have found out that multiplication is commutative, but division is not. So that means the properties of operations on the set of integers can only be applied for addition and multiplication. Crystal clear? Very good. Let's have a recap. Commutative property of addition. Changing the order of the addends does not change the sum. Commutative property of multiplication. Changing the order of the factors does not change the product. Let us now proceed to the second property, which is the associative property. What does the associative property look like? This time, meron tayong tatlong integers represented by A, B, and C. Unahin natin ang associative property of addition. So magkakaroon tayo ng A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So paano kaya yung associative property? When you say associative, yan ay galing sa word na associates. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong groups. Okay? So apply natin ito sa associative property of addition. Dito, i-group natin yung A plus B. And then nasa labas yung C. Sa kabila, meron tayong A plus yung group ng B plus C. Kapag ba ganito na magkaiba yung group, apektado ba yung magiging sum nila? Equal pa rin ba sila or not equal? Mamaya apply natin. Para sa multiplication, i-group natin yung A and B. So we have quantity A times B times C is equal to A times the quantity B times C. Kapag ba ganito na magkaiba yung mga groupings ng ating mga factors, ay apektado ba yung magiging product nila or mag-stay lang siya na pareho? Mag-stay lang siya na equal? Tignan natin mamaya. Let us illustrate now the associative property of addition. We have the integers 2, 3, and 5. So our groupings are quantity 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 2 plus the quantity 3 plus 5. So sa left side, naka-group yung 2 and 3. Sa right side naman, 3 and 5. What is 2 plus 3? Correct, it's 5. Therefore, we have 5 plus 5. On the right side, 3 plus 5 is 8. Therefore, we have 2 plus 8. To simplify this, we will add the two addends. On the left side, we have 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. And then 2 plus 6 is 10. Therefore, we have the same sum. The sum are equal, even though we have different groupings. That is how we illustrate the associative property of addition. How about the associative property of multiplication? For this, we have the integers 4, 2, and 1. And we will have these groups. We have quantity 4 times 2 times 1 is equal to 4 times the quantity 2 times 1. What is 4 times 2? 8. Therefore, we have 8 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 4 times 2. Simplify natin. Ano ang 8 times 1? Tama, 8. 4 times 2 naman ay 8 din. So, they are equal. They are just the same. So, ganun ang associative property of multiplication. Recap tayo. For the associative property of addition, changing the grouping of the addends does not change the sum. Associative property of multiplication, changing the grouping of the factors does not change the product. Third property is what we call identity property. Identity property of addition. 0 added to any real number is the given number. A plus 0 is still A. Kahit anong number ang i-add mo sa 0, ang sagot ay yung number pa rin. Halimbawa, 7 plus 0 is 7. Negative 5 plus 0 equals negative 5. 1.5 plus 0 equals 1.5. So, a number does not change if you add 0. The number 0 is called the additive identity. Clear? Good. Identity property of multiplication. 1 multiplied to any real number is the given number. A times 1 is still A. Kahit anong number ang i-multiply mo sa 1, ang product ay yung number pa rin. For example, 8 times 1 equals 8. Negative 12 times 1 is negative 12. 2.1 times 1 is still 2.1. 1 million times 1 equals 1 million. So a number does not change if you multiply 1. The number 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Next is the inverse property. Inverse property of addition. The sum of a real number and its additive inverse is 0. A plus negative A is 0. Kapag pinag-add mo ang dalawang number na opposites, ang resulta ay laging 0. Halimbawa, 5 plus negative 5 is 0. Negative 1 plus 1 is also 0. 0.2 plus negative 0.2 equals 0. So dito, nagkakaroon tayo ng 0 pairs. Inverse property of multiplication. The product of a non-zero real number and its multiplicative inverse is always 1. A times 1 over A equals 1. Dito, hinahanap natin yung reciprocal. When you say reciprocal, yung kanyang inverse, yung kanyang kabaligtaran. Halimbawa, 2. Ano ang reciprocal ng 2? Kapag whole number, automatic meron tayong denominator na 1. So kapag yan ay binaligtad mo, kinuha mo yung kanyang reciprocal, magiging 1/2. So 2 times 1/2 is equal to 1. Another example, 4/3. Ano ang reciprocal ng 4/3? 3/4. So pag yan ay pinag-multiply mo, 4/3 times 3/4, the answer is also 1. Next is the zero product property. The product of any real number and 0 is 0. A times 0 is 0. Kahit anong i-multiply mo sa 0, ang sagot ay laging 0. Halimbawa, -1 times 0 is 0. 23 times 0 equals 0. 143 times 0 is also 0. 10 billion times 0 is, you guess it right, 0. Moving forward, we have the distributive property of multiplication over addition. If an indicated sum is multiplied by a number, then multiplication can be distributed over addition. For any real numbers a, b, and c, we have a times the quantity b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. So ano nangyari? Dinistribute mo yung a na nasa labas. Dun sa loob ng parenthesis, we have b plus c. So a times b is ab plus a times c is ac. Halimbawa, 5 quantity 1 plus 7. I-distribute mo yung 5 dun sa loob ng parenthesis natin. So we have 5 times 1 and then 5 times 7. So we have this now. Simplify natin. What is 5 times 1? Correct. 5. How about 5 times 7? Tama. 35. Therefore, we have 5 plus 35. The answer is 40. So, ganun lang yung distributive property. That's it. Yun na lahat yung ating mga properties sa set of integers. This time, we will try to apply our obtained knowledge. Ang gagawin nyo dito ay sasabihin nyo kung anong property yung pinapakita natin. Okay? Handa na ba kayo? Very good. Let's have number 1. 12 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 12. What property is that? You're right. We got the commutative property. Specifically, this is commutative property of addition. Good job. Next. 2 times 0 is equal to 0. What property is this? Good. This is zero product property. Next is 2 plus 0 equals 2. Okay, very good. This is identity property of addition. Good job. 5 times the quantity 3 plus 2 is equal to quantity 5 times 3 plus quantity 5 times 2. Okay, tama kayo. This is distributive property. How about this one? Okay, correct. This is associative property of multiplication. Great. Let us have another exercise. For this activity, you have to complete the mathematical statement to illustrate the indicated property. Handa ka na ba? Okay, gawin na natin. Number 1. Commutative property of addition. Ano ang ilalagay mo dun sa blank? Tama. The answer is 7 plus 5. Galing-galing mo. Apply the identity property of addition. Negative 2 plus blank equals negative 2. What's the answer? Correct. The answer is 0. Kasi ang 0 ay ang tinatawag nating additive identity. Okay? Good. Next, you apply the inverse property of multiplication. Okay, tama ka na naman. Ang sagot ay 1/9. Bakit? Kasi ang reciprocal ng 9 ay 1/9. Last item, apply the distributive property. Okay, you're right. The answer is quantity 9 times 2 plus quantity 9 times 1. Good job. Ayan, ang galing-galing. At dahil dyan, deserve mo ang palakpak. Nice work! That's it. We're done. I hope meron kayong natutunan sa akin ngayon and sana rin ay clear na sa inyo yung mga properties natin sa sets of integers. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you again next time. Be good always and God bless us all.